turn on the torch, light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create again. Today, we're going to do a crushed opal marble. And it's fairly simple. If you get a hold of some good crushed opal, make sure you're doing it through a glass supply place. And this is a boro compatible type stuff, because I got some on eBay one time, some crushed opal supposedly, and it wasn't crushed opal. It turned into white ash when I put it inside glass, and it's not what I wanted. I wanted some sparkly glitter opal. Anyway, we won't go into that. We all make mistakes. Gotta learn from them and go on, right? Right. Now this is fairly simple. I just sprinkled, and you can see it right here. I don't know if you can or not, but right there on that pad is some, well, let's see if I can take this lens off real quick and I'll show you. Right here, here's some crushed opal. And it looks sort of like, well, I got some in this little jar here. Okay. But I'm going to treat it sort of like I do the dichro. I hope you like the lens. It's going to do the job. I'm going to treat it like I do when I do the dichro. Of course, that's cold opal. And again, make sure that it is compatible with the boro. And I'm using a single flame. There's a lot of you guys out there. And I'm going to probably do my next marble on my budget torch. I haven't used that in a while. Now what I'm doing is basically pressing out a Maria that's going to be wide enough to encase all of the crushed opal. And the whole idea is to get this really, really molten hot and press it in. Boom. And that was impressing, huh? Or impressive. Okay. Never mind. Bad puns. I'm good at them. Okay? Oh, that's got a little bit of other colors on the end of that. So we'll put that to the side. Now, this marble is not going to be very, very big, but it is going to be pretty and sparkly. Now what I'm going to do is just basically impress this glass over all that opal I just put on the surface on this side. Yes, there's a chance where you're getting some bubbles, and yes, there might be a little bit of stress going on. That's where putting it into the oven and annealing it will come in real, real handy. Now with this one, I'm going to add a twist to it since I've got so much of it in here. And it should look pretty nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and, in one way I want to leave it just the way it is because it's pretty. I can make a turtle out of that. That'll look really cool too, but that's beside the point. But I promised some videos on marbles, and that's what I'm going to do. Almost out of crushed opal. That's okay. Oh yeah. Let's see if you can. Yeah. All of that sparkle glitter in there. Even with that dark shade on, you can see that going on. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull off the other side. And I'm going to give it a twist. Make some swirls of opal essence going on here. And then make it round. So one thing I like about marbles, you can do anything you want to them as long as you make them round afterwards. And the whole world can be inside a little marble. Literally. One of my favorites, and I'll try to put the link of it. One of my favorite marbles was I did a planet. Didn't look like the actual planet Earth, but it did look like a planet. You could see swirls of clouds and tornado or two, and it was a lot of fun. Now what I'm doing again is just basically give it some swirl twists. Oh yeah. That'll sparkle in every direction you want it to go in. This is going to look like one of those super balls with all that glitter inside. There we go. Now to make it round. Now to make it more of a round ball, and as you can see, I've got a marble mold right here. Maybe you can't see that. Oh, there it is. Okay, you can't see that. Okay. To make it more round, to make it more of a, if it's getting too pancakey, you tilt it down to make it more of a teardrop, like so. You can see my hand tilting, my hand way up and the thing tilting down. And to make it more round, I tilt it downward like this. And let gravity work for you. And as it does this, it sort of rolls right where you want it to be. It's actually looking pretty round without even a mold on it yet. And that's the whole idea, is to learn how to round and round it goes. And as you can see, my fingers, that's one of the things you can do to practice making a round or for your glass blowing, is to learn how to roll and continue rolling. Also, I've said it in a few other videos, but I'm going to say it in this one too. Look at the reflection of your lamp above your light. You see that? And you can see how smooth or wonky it'll get in spots. And that tells you how round or how unround or ripples it's got inside there or whatever. Looking good so far. I really like this marble. Oh yeah. Now, it'll actually go into this size for the right size. But I want to show you something. If you take a drill bit and drill it to a smaller, even if it's a little bit smaller than what you got, it will help you to make a round marble. It doesn't have to be the right size to fit in the mold. I know that sounds crazy, but it works. It really does. And I'm not really heating up a whole bunch. I'm just heating up. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit air bubble going on there. Let's see if I can't pull that out real quick. I think that got it. Yeah. Round down into itself. Sweet. If I knew what I was doing, I'd be dangerous, right? Right. Again, it's getting it into that curved area and spinning. And I could even use a smaller one even. Now this one, and that one, and that one, I actually did with a drill bit onto this marble mold, without really ruining the integrity of the marble molds that I had. I like it because I do tinier marbles as well. I've been selling some of them on Facebook in black market marble market. Yeah, black market marble. There we go. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Now, also, sometimes if you want to make sure it's not more fat in the middle and more rounded on the outside. Well, anyway, this is the XY axis is what I call it, top and bottom, that I have been working with. Now I'm going to work from the center, or the equator of what was top and bottom. and now melt that down. And as you can see, melting it this way, there's a few grooves that have to be smoothed out. For one, yeah, sweet. Learning to do your cold welds. Now this is where it gets a little bit complicated, but it's practice, 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 and more practice. As you can see, my cold welds this time are working well for me. And no, I'm not editing out and getting back to it. But I've been at it since 1982. And yes, I still have it to where I tap it and it drops off and rolls somewhere. So, oh boy. Okay. And that is one pretty opal, crushed opal marble. Oops, I didn't even see. There we go. Now I can see what's inside the... You know what? I'm going to... And then I'll have to fire polish it beforehand. Ah, yeah. Sparkly. Secret in them. Okay, also when you do that, oops, make sure you realize where you tapped it off. Because if you don't, and you miss where you had that divot, and there you go. That one's still very, very hot. Time to put that in the oven. You know what? Before I start the oven, I forgot to start the oven, so I better do that very, very quickly, or I might lose this sucker. I've got a couple of marbles that I did yesterday. I need to take out. I did. Let it start up. There we go. There we go. And that will save that little baby. This one I did yesterday, and I will put the video out very quickly. This one has an Illuminati animal in it. A little sea turtle. Okay. And this one also has Illuminati in it. You can see it, sort of see the swirls and stuff going on. That's pretty cool. And this one is the opal, crushed opal marble that I did the other day, but I didn't swirl it like I did this one. But that opal just sparkles and shines, and what you're seeing is a tenth of its luster in this light. I'm sorry about that, folks, but you got to live with what you can see. I'll try to take better pictures of it later. Thanks for watching, and as always, Carpe Vitro. And for those people who are wondering, what in the world is Carpe Vitro? One of my favorite sayings, what used to be Carpe Diem, which is seize the day. And just recently, since I've gotten into glass, Carpe Vitro, or vitro means glass. So Carpe Vitro means seize the glass. Okay, how's that for a little definition for ya? Again, thanks for watching, and as always, enjoy your